Chapter 1. Introduction to the Art and Science of Technical Analysis. Technical analysis is a fascinating field of study. It is as much science as it is art. Its main strength is that a lot of it is visual, giving practitioners a better feel of the underlying dynamics of the markets. Main objective of technical analysis. It is generally accepted that human beings are born with certain instincts, tempered and molded by evolution via the passing of time. Instincts are 1. The instinct to survive. 2. The instinct for comfort. 3. The instinct to propagate. The instinct to survive is probably the strongest and most overpowering. Survival almost always precedes the need for comfort or to propagate the species. The instinct to survive includes dash. The instinct to stay alive, the instinct to satisfy hunger. The instinct to seek safety, that is, being in a group, herd. The instinct to avoid danger, by having natural fears like the fear of fire, loud sounds, heights, etc. This powerful instinct to survive is the main driving force in life for striving to make a profit. But in order to make a profit to ensure continued survival, there must be a positive change in the actual or perceived value of something that we own. This change in value of some variable may be anything that will allow us to profit from change, which is to always buy when prices are low and sell when they are higher, popularly referred to as the buy low, sell big principle. See figure 1.1. Unfortunately, in order to satisfy the simple rule of guaranteed profitability, we need to be able to do more of one thing, which is to be able to determine the direction of price ahead of time in order to know exactly when to buy low and subsequently sell higher. Hence, it is not only the mechanical action of buying low and selling high that counts, but also the timing of the action itself that is critical. Profitability therefore requires effective and efficient action in two dimensions, that is, price and time. 1. For identification, it identifies and describes past and present price action. It serves as a historical record of what has transpired in the markets. It provides a descriptive representation of market action. 2. For forecasting, once a particular price or market action is identified, the practitioner may now use this information to interpret what the data actually means before inferring future price action. 1.3 Forecasting price and market action. There are three main approaches to predicting potential future price action or behavior, namely via 1. Fundamental analysis. 2. Technical analysis. 3. Information analysis. Forecasting stock prices using fundamental analysis. One way to gauge the potential price of a stock is by analyzing the company's performance via its financial statements and accounts in order to determine its intrinsic value. The price of a stock. The price of a stock is expected to rise if there are sufficient buyers, signifying a demand for it. Conversely, the price of a stock is expected to decline if there are sufficient sellers, signifying an oversupply in the stock. Demand is potentially generated if the current stock price is below its estimated intrinsic. Demand is potentially generated if the current stock price is below its estimated intrinsic. There are various ways to determine the degree of over or undervaluation in a stock, some of which include comparing P/E and earnings per share, APES, ratios, or investigating to what extent a stock is trading at a premium or discount in relation to its net current asset value, debt, and other Fundamental analysis helps provide indications as to which stocks to buy based on prior company performance, that is, over the last accounting period. Some investors resort to more active asset allocation methods to try to time the market for a suitable stock to buy into or get out of rather than just relying on the traditional buy and hold strategy. They resort to studying broad market factors and sector rotation models in order to buy into the best fundamentally performing stocks within a strengthening industry or sector. This method is popularly termed the top-down approach to investing. A bottom-up approach relies more on a specific company's fundamental performance. A buy and hold strategy in today's volatile markets may not represent the most effective way of maximizing returns while minimizing potential risks. As a result, many fundamentalists frequently look to various asset pricing and modern portfolio models like the capital asset pricing model and between risk and expected returns over a risk-free rate along what is called the efficient frontier. CAPM to try to achieve the best bull. One of the problems with fundamental analysis is the credibility, reliability, and accuracy of the accounting practices and financial reporting, which is susceptible to manipulation and false or fraudulent reporting. Decisions, as opposed to short-term market participation, where short-term price fluctuations and precise market timing may be of lesser importance. Fundamental data, on a broader scale, accounts for the overall underlying economic performance of the markets. It is not just the calculated or estimated intrinsic value that is an important element but also the general perception or future expectation of this value that plays an arguably greater and more significant role in determining the actual share price of a stock. Forecasting stock prices using information. Generally, information may be gleaned from various public sources such as newspaper reports, magazines, online bulletins, and so on, upon which market participants may then formulate an opinion about the market, making their own predictions about potential market action. Unfortunately, such publicly available information usually has little merit when used for forecasting purposes, as those more privy to non-public material information would have already moved the markets substantially, leaving only an inconsequential amount of action for latecomers to profit from, at the very most. This is where technical analysts have the unfair advantage of observing the markets moving on the charts and immediately taking action, regardless of the cause or reasons why such action exists. Forecasting stock prices using technical analysis. Technical analysis is essentially the identification and forecasting of potential market behavior based largely on the action and dynamics of the market itself. The action and dynamics of the market is best captured via price, volume, and open interest action. Technical analysis is the science of recording, usually in graphic form, the history of trading. Then deducing from that pictured history the actual probable future trend. Edwards and McGee, Technical Analysis of Stock Trends, AMACOM, 2007. Technical analysis is often criticized for the use of past information as a basis for forecasting future price action, relying on the notion that certain price behaviors tend to repeat. The following definition of technical analysis tells us that it is the study of pure market action and not the fundamentals of the instrument itself. It refers to the study of the action of the market itself as opposed to the study of the goods in which the market deals. Edwards and McGee, Technical Analysis of Stock Trends, AMACOM, 2007. The art of technical analysis, for it is an art, is to identify a trend reversal at a relatively early stage and ride on that trend until the weight of the evidence shows or proves that the trend has reversed. Martin Pring, Technical Analysis Explained, 4th edition, McGraw-Hill, 2002. The following definition is most relevant in the formulation of trading strategies. It reminds the market participants that nothing is certain and we must weigh our risk and returns. Technical analysis deals in probabilities, never in certainties. Martin Pring, Technical Analysis Explained, 4th edition, McGraw-Hill, 2002. Technical analysis is based on the assumption that people will continue to make the same mistakes they have made. In Martin Pring, Technical Analysis Explained, 4th edition, McGraw-Hill, 2002. The past. This definition by Pring stresses and underscores the point that there is a real reason and explanation as to why past price patterns tend to repeat. Fundamental versus technically based market timing. Before proceeding any further, it is best to briefly explain the meaning of a few commonly used terms in trading and technical analysis. To go long means to buy to open a new position. To liquidate means to sell to close a position previously held. To go short means to sell to open a new position. To cover means to buy to close a position previously shorted. Both fundamental and technically based market timing aim to satisfy the same basic principle of buying low and selling high. There are 4 basic scenarios where this may occur. 1. Long at a low price and liquidate at a higher price. 2. Long at a relatively high price and liquidate at an even higher price. 3. Short at a high price and cover at a lower price. 4. Short at a relatively low price and cover at an even lower price. Technically based market timing offers the ability to provide precise entry and exit prices. Provide the precise time of entry and exit. Equals provide real-time bullish and bearish signals. Provide real-time entry and exit price triggers. Scale in and out based on significant price levels, time entries and exits based on volatility behavior of the underlying. Dash. Exit extended trends at technically significant price reversal levels. Time entries and exits based on market order flow price levels. Define percent risk in terms of significant. Use volume and open interest analysis to gauge strength of an underlying movies in order to time entries and exits. Use market breadth and broad market sentiment to gauge the strength of an underlying movies in order to time entries and exits. Forecast potential peaks for shorting or liquidating positions, as well as potential troughs for getting long and covering positions via the use of cycle and seasonality analysis. Fundamentally based market timing offers the ability to gauge undervalued stocks with the potential to appreciate in value, but lacking information regarding the precise price or time to get long or to cover. Gauge overvalued stocks with the risk of depreciating in value, but lacking information regarding the precise price or time to get short or to liquidate. Screen and participate in fundamentally strong stocks in a sector or industry as part of an active asset allocation or rotation strategy, but lacking information regarding the precise price or time to get long. The fundamentalist versus technical analysts. Listed below are some characteristics of the fundamentalist and technical analyst. The fundamentalist is mainly concerned with intrinsic value, strives to understand the underlying causes for potential market moves, is focused on which company to participate in, can tell you which company to invest in, but cannot tell you the most advan in that stock. Tejas moment to start participating. The technical analyst is mainly concerned with structure and dynamics of market and price action. Is more concerned with the effects of potential market moves rather than the cause of them. Technical data and information. Technical analysts study market action. Market action itself is mainly comprised of the study of price action, volume action, open interest action, sentiment, market breadth, flow of funds. 1.4 Classifying technical analysis. Pay here to search. Technical analysis may be categorized statistical, sentiment, and behavioral analysis. Regardless of which branch is employed, all analysis is eventually interpreted via the various behavioral traits, filters, and biases unique to cash analyst. Behavioral traits include both the PSY psychological and emotional elements. Sec figure 1.6. Into 4 distinct branches, that is classy. Classical technical analysis involves the use of the conventional bar chart and Japanese candlestick patterns, oscillator and overlay indicators, as well as market breadth, relative strength, and cycle analysis. Statistical analysis is more quantitative as opposed to the more qualitative nature of classical technical analysis. It studies the dispersion, central tendencies, skewness, volatility. It studies the dispersion, central tendencies, skewness, volatility, regression analysis, hypothesis testing, correlation, covariance, and so on. Sentiment analysis is concerned with the psychology of market participants, which includes their emotions and level of optimism or pessimism in the markets. It studies professional and public opinion via polls and questionnaires, trading and investment decisions via flow of funds in the markets, as well as the positions taken by large institutions and hedgers. Finally, behavioral analysis studies the way market participants react to news, profit and losses, the actions of other market participants, and with their own psychological and emotional biases, preferences, and expectations. Mean reverting versus non-mean reverting approach. The type of technical studies employed also depends on the approach taken by traders and analysts with respect to their personal preferences and biases regarding the action of price in the markets. Basically, traders either adopt a contrarian or a momentum-seeking type approach. In essence, they expect price to be more mean reverting, returning to an average price or balance. In essence, they expect price to be more mean reverting, returning to an average price or balance between supply and demand. They expect price to be more non-mean reverting, where demand creates further demand and supply creates further supply, both driven by a powerful positive feedback cycle. It is applicable across all markets, instruments, and time frames, where price patterns, oscillators, and overlay indicators are all treated in exactly the same manner. No new learning is required in order to trade new markets or time. There is no need to study the fundamentals of the markets traded or analyzed. Technical analysis provides a clear visual representation of the behavior of the markets. It provides timely and precise entry and exit price levels preceded by technical signals indicating potential bullishness or bearishness. It makes the gauging of market risk much easier to visualize. The concerted effort of market participants acting on significantly clear and obvious price triggers in the markets helps create the reaction required for a more reliable trade. It is subjective in its interpretation. A certain price pattern may be perceived in numerous ways. Unfortunately, all manners of interpretation, regardless of the underlying analysis employed, fundamental, statistical, or behavioral, are equally subjective in content and form. A basic assumption of technical analysis is that price behavior tends to repeat, making it possible to forecast potential future price action. Charts provide a historical record of price action. It takes practice and experience to be able to identify classical patterns in price. The strong form of the efficient market hypothesis, EMH, argues that since the markets discount all information, price would have already adjusted to the new information and any attempt to profit from such information would be futile. The next chart, figure The next chart, figure 1.10, shows the application of basic trendline analysis on the same chart, tracking the flow of price action in the market. In figure 1.11, moving average analysis is now employed to track the same flow of price action and to provide potential points of entry as the market rises and falls. Figure 1.12 depicts the application of chart pattern analysis to track and forecast the shorter-term bullish and bearish movements in price. Figure 1.13 is an example of applying two forms of technical analysis, that is, linear regression analysis and divergence analysis, to track and forecast potential market tops and bottoms. Notice that the market top coincided perfectly with the upper band of the linear regression line, with an early bearish signal seen in the form of standard bearish divergence on the commodity channel index key indicator. Figure 1.14 is an example of applying a couple of additional forms of analysis to the basic linear regression band. In figure 1.15, volatility band, volume, and overextension analysis are all employed to seek out potential reversals in the market. We observe that price exceeds the upper volatility band, which may potentially be an early indication of price exhaustion, especially since it is accompanied by a significant volume spike. The moving average convergence divergence (MACD) indicator is also seen to be receding at historically overbought levels, which is another potentially bearish indication. As we can see from just a few forms of analysis presented in the preceding charts, there are many ways to view the action of the markets, depending on the context of the analysis employed. Tick volume tracks the number of transactions over a specified time interval, irrespective of the size of the transactions. Subjectivity in pattern identification. As mentioned, interpretation and inference of potential future price action based on historical price behavior is essentially an exercise in subjectivity. The ascending triangle is regarded as a bullish indication, while the complex head and shoulders formation is potentially bearish. Therefore, as price starts to contract, forming a symmetrical triangle, an analyst may be somewhat perplexed at the conflicting signals, being unable to provide a clear forecast as to whether the market is indeed potentially bullish or bearish. The sentiment associated with larger patterns or formations will take precedence over that of smaller formations. The smaller formations act as additional evidence and add to the overall bearish sentiment. Subjectivity and selective perception. Human bias is another factor that adds to the degree of subjectivity when attempting to interpret technical signals. Chartists will many times ignore signals that conflict with their preconceived ideas of where the markets ought to be at any one time. They only select oscillators and indicator signals that support their analysis of the market. For example, a chartist uses three oscillators: the MACD, Relative Strength Index, RSI, and stochastics. The chartist has a bullish view of the markets and believes that it is about to break to the upside. All of the oscillators have bullish readings except for stochastics. The chartist ignores the stochastics signal because it does not agree with his or her view of the markets. On a subsequent occasion, it is MACD that is not in agreement with the chartist's view, and only the signals from the other two oscillators are heeded. This is known as selective perception. See Figure 1.19. Selective perception adds to the subjectivity of the forecast, as there is no fixed point of reference or basis for making decisions based on evidence. Choosing only signals that agree with one's view will lead to biased and erroneous interpretations and unfounded forecasts. In fact, it is when there are discrepancies in the signals that the chartist gains the most information from the markets, as it may be an indication that there could well be some form of underlying weakness in the markets. Subjectivity in determining an event, the point of entry. Identifying, interpreting, and inferring market subjectivity plays a significant role. The determination of the exact points of entry, action, are not the only areas where to an exit from the market is also subjective at the most fundamental level of observation. What appears to be essentially objective is also built on a foundation of subjectivity. An example will help illustrate the point. The first selective perception adds to the subjectivity of the forecast, as there is no fixed. See Figure 1.19. Selective perception adds to the subjectivity of the forecast, as there is no fixed point of reference or basis for making decisions based on evidence. Choosing only signals that agree with one's view will lead to biased and erroneous interpretations and unfounded forecasts. In fact, it is when there are discrepancies in the signals that the chartist gains the most information from the markets, as it may be an indication that there could well be some form of underlying weakness in the markets. Subject. Subjectivity in determining an event, the point of entry. Identifying, interpreting, and inferring market subjectivity plays a significant role. The determination of the exact points of entry, action, are not the only areas where to an exit from the market is also subjective at the most fundamental level of observation. What appears to be essentially objective is also built on a foundation of subjectivity. Assumptions of technical analysis. Technical analysis is based on a few fundamental assumptions. The first assumption is that market action, which includes price action, reflects all known information in the markets. The market discounts everything except acts of God. This means that the markets can only discount known information. Expectations about known information, expectations about potential events. The market cannot discount unexpected events, unknown information. What are the markets really discounting? It is not merely news, economic releases, or corporate data that the markets are discounting. The assumption is that it discounts everything. This includes information about actual events, expectation about actual events, information about expected events, expectation about expected events, expectation about the possibility of unexpected events. Market discounting versus EMH. Efficient market hypothesis. EMH states that for a market to efficiently discount and reflect all information perfectly, all of its participants must act on all information in the same rational manner instantaneously. Sum total of all actions taken by its participants, be it in a timely or untimely, rational or irrational fashion. The weak form of EMH suggests that all current prices have already sum total of all actions taken by its participants, be it in a timely or untimely, rational or irrational fashion. The weak form of EMH suggests that all current prices have already been fully discounted and, as such, reflect all past price information. 2. The semi-strong form of EMH The semi-strong form of EMH suggests that all information, once public, is of little use as price would have already adjusted to the new information, making the use of such information unprofitable and pointless. 3. The strong form of EMH suggests that all information, regardless of whether public or private, would have been already fully reflected in the current price. Random. Closely related to the EMH is the concept of random walk. Random walk suggests that prices move in a purely random manner and that past prices do not have any influence on current price. Current price has no influence on future price. Markovian condition. Market behavior repeats itself. The second assumption or premise of technical market behavior repeats itself. The second assumption or premise of technical analysis is that market behavior has a tendency to repeat itself. The uses of past patterns to predict futures moves are grounded in the reliability and consistency of human behavior. Although trend following is popular, there are some challenges to using it, some of which are inefficient trade sizing in volatile markets, inefficient profit capture during trends, inefficient performance in ranging markets, inefficient adaptation to more volatile trend action, inability to identify trend changes efficiently, possibility of negative slippage in fast-moving markets, possibility of large drawdowns due to the low winning percentage, reduced performance caused by whipsaw action during consolidation, ineffective influx of trend capturing systems produces inefficient fills back and forward testing. Finally, it is important to note that a trend in one time frame may be a sideways market in another. The fourth premise is specifically about the effects of the self-fulfilling prophecy. It is easy to understand why a largely concerted wave of buying or selling at various points on a price chart may cause a significant reaction in price. This concerted wave of buying or selling will generally be more pronounced if these points are significantly clear and obvious to most market participants using technical analysis. Hence, we generally notice a larger than average penetration bar during trendline breakouts, especially if the trendline is significantly clear and obvious to most traders. This also implies that should an indicator be essentially faulty or illogical in its design, if enough participants risk actual capital based on signals, it would begin to exhibit a greater level of reliability. The efficacy of technical analysis at various timeframes. Technical analysis generally works more efficiently at timeframes where there are fewer forms of analyses available. For example, on higher timeframes like the daily, weekly, monthly, or yearly charts, fundamental analysis plays a very important role in helping to forecast potential market action. But at very low timeframes like the 1-minute charts, fundamental analysis may not be as useful, especially if the stop size is very small. In essence, the smaller the stop size, the more important will be the role of applying technical analysis when trying to forecast very short-term price. This is the main reason why technical analysis is generally movements in more reliable at lower time frames. We can categorize them by the amount of time they spend in the markets or by the methodology that they employ when trading or investing in the markets. Popular markets and instruments. Market participants may trade and invest in either Popular markets and instruments. Market participants may trade and invest in either the main markets or instruments that allow access to these markets. These instruments are also referred to as derivatives, since they are derived from the main underlying markets. For example, a market participant may participate in gold in several ways. By buying the physical gold itself, main market; by buying or selling a futures contract on gold, derivative; by buying or selling an options contract on gold, derivative; by investing in gold-backed ETF shares, derivative; by investing in trading gold via contracts for difference, CFD, derivative.